Guys, inside this box that came to me yesterday from France is probably one of the most incredible knives you're gonna see. Let's turn this around. It's not a joke. This thing's amazing. Let's turn it around and look at it from above. Guys, like I said in the intro, I'm really excited about this. What's in this box is the Toshibarucha Design OAO, or One and Only, done by We Knife Company. And there's a lot of reasons that this is special. Let's get the box out of the way and start talking about this, because this knife is incredible. Now, this one is a full integral. It's done in titanium and what they're calling jungle wear fat carbon fiber. I'm typically not a fan of green, but this is a very good looking knife. Now, I said this is special, and it's not just that it is probably the lightest integral I've ever had. One of the few integrals that I absolutely do like a lot. But this came from Tashi himself. You can see right here, here's the shipping label. He sent this to me from France. And that's what makes this special. I made friends with Tashi at the show. First time I ever got to meet him. He is an incredible guy. And we were talking, and he's like, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll send you one. This didn't come from a dealer. This didn't come from We Knife Company. This didn't come from another influencer. This was a gift from a guy that I really enjoyed spending some time with and made fast friends with. So Tashi, I know you're watching this. Thank you very much. This isn't going anywhere. This is going to be a permanent part of my collection because I love this knife. Now, this is done in 20 CV, titanium, and like I said, the jungle wear fat carbon fiber. This is a full integral done in titanium, but the fact that they've done these full carbon scale or carbon fiber scale covers means that this is lighter than any integral I've handled. I mean, that I can think of. I can't think of another one. Beautiful pocket clip on this. The blade design on it, typical of Tashi's designs, is striking, but super, super functional. This comes down to a really thin edge and is incredibly sharp. I would expect nothing else from We Knife Company. It is a nested liner technically, but if you really want to look at it the right way, it's technically a frame lock because it is one piece, so it's part of the frame. But they have it listed as a nested frame lock. It's running on ceramic bearings, ceramic detent. The action on this, listen to it. It has a unique sound. Let's do it again. It doesn't have, it's got, I don't think it's coming out. It's got a deeper like thunk to it as opposed to a snap or a pop or a ting. And it's because it's all captured inside here. And it's just got a very unique sound to it. In hand, beautiful. Now, I wanted to point out a couple features on this. So it does come, you can see, left or right hand pocket clip, but it comes with a second pocket clip because the way it's on there, the angle is there. And so you have an extra pocket clip and an extra plate because your plate's not going to fit from side to side. But if you look at it real hard, there's no other hardware on this knife. That is one of the things I think that just makes this stand out even more so to me being incredible is I'm a big fan of the clean lines on a knife, and there is nothing on this except the pocket clip screw. And I was looking at it, I was like, well, how are these glued on? No, I want you to look at the work that went into this. They're dovetailed in. So that's what's keeping these in. So if you take that screw out and then slide this out through the dovetails, that's how you would be able to get your pivot screw out to disassemble this knife and clean it. That is an incredible amount of work to precision machine carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is hard to work with. I'm not gonna lie, carbon fiber is hard to work with, and they dovetailed these in, and then that gives you another feature is I can't feel the seams. You cannot even feel the seams where those parts marry up. The profile of the knife is gorgeous. It is nice and broad. Means that this knife really, this is so comfortable in hand. Really fills your hand well. There's no jimping on this, which I don't mind, so it doesn't break up the lines. And then you've got this faceted look to it with the We logo having, it's the only spot that's anodized on here is the We logo, which is really cool. This thing cuts very, very well. I got it in pocket yesterday. I carried it most of the afternoon. I filmed some stuff for my goofy news network channel that I have. If you haven't followed that, I'll put a link to that down below. It's just a fun parody channel, but I filmed a bunch of that. But I had this and I did some cutting with it. The access to flipper tab, the flipper tab itself, I'm sorry, is just about perfect. Great access to the lock bar. In hand, when I first looked at it, and I'd seen other channels do this, like Jared did one, I think Beast Blades did a video about it, they got theirs. I was afraid that this was going to be a hotspot, because it's kind of an abrupt transition, but the fact is, I can get both my fingers in there, and it's not at all a hotspot. It's nicely rounded. There's no hotspots on it. There's nowhere on this that even feels hot. So there is a minor issue I don't even dislike the lanyard hole on this. It gives it a futuristic look. It's great. I love the way this looks. I love everything about this. Tasha, you did a great job picking out the version of it for me that I would like. So there is a couple minor little things with, look at the satin. I'm sorry. I meant to mention this. Look at the satin. Wheat Knife Company has one of the most beautiful satins that they do on a knife, hands down. And their logo, they laser the logo in on top of it. Great look. Okay. So there's a couple small things, just very small things that I wanted to point out. We'll talk about those right after you guys hear from this video sponsor. Guys, you guys know I love coffee. I even have my own personalized coffee mug. But did you know that a lot of the coffee companies out there take a lot of the money that you give them that they should be throwing back into the company to make a better product and turn it into activism dollars? Coffee Brand Coffee does not do that. They take no stance politically any direction. They take all the money that they make and try to make a better product. So if you want to support this channel and a company that I absolutely do like the fact that they don't lean either direction politically, check out Coffee Brand Coffee. There's a link down below that will save you 5% at checkout, or you can use the coupon code crazysharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, crazysharp, all one word. They also have cold brew coffee, teas, and cocos, freshly ground and roasted to order. So check them out, support them, and support this channel. Okay, now the things that are on this are not really an issue for most people. It's just things I wanted to point out. So this is, like I said, gorgeous knife and all that. I don't know. I'm putting up a video later on both my channels about what's going on in San Diego. We've got some serious flooding. So I was carrying this and it's been raining a lot. And I noticed that wet hands, this is slick. It is slick, but I mean, that is a minor thing. It's not super slick. I'm not like, oh my God, I slipped up over and I cut myself or it fell out of my pocket. The next thing, and you just can't avoid it. This has a really wide profile, and that's just pointing this out for other people. This has a very broad profile, and while the pocket clip's super comfortable, no issue on it. Once you get the pocket clip on it, it's really broad, and that broadness may pose a problem. I hit this on a couple things because that little point there, it scratched my steering wheel, stuff like that. Little minor things. And then it's just this is the bad one. And I understand why. Integrals are always expensive. Integrals are always expensive. This version is 500 and something. I'm going to put two different purchase links down in the description down below where you can look at the prices. There are some places that have them for less. GP Knives have some. I'll have a link down there, and we has them, and so does Blade HQ, but Blade HQ only has a couple. This knife itself right here is $575. The only place I found it was on Wheat Knife Company's website, and it's $575. So it is kind of prohibitively expensive for a lot of people. Other than that, is this knife a yup or a not? This is a yup. I wish I had a bigger yup. And like I said, this is another one of those knives that I'm going to treasure and keep forever because it came from Tashi. It was a gift to me from Tashi, and that's just awesome that the designer sent me this. Not a lot of people get to make friends in the knife community with some of the knife makers and knife designers that they absolutely idolize and love everything they've done. And Tashi has made some incredible designs. And on top of that, just a great all around human being. So big thanks to Tashi. Guys, let's turn this around and do some final thoughts and send you out about your day. Guys, I don't know what it is. Maybe this is the year that people are trying to get me to like integrals. We're going to do a deep dive into this because this is going to get a good bit of pocket time. Absolutely love this knife. It's gorgeous. Tashi's designs are always not just attractive, but very functional. He walks that fine line between art and function very, very well. And on top of that, like I've said before, just a great guy. He didn't have to do this, and he did. And I absolutely appreciate it. I know it's not coming out clean with the green screen, but guys, that's it on this one. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. But tell me why I can't change the content. If you don't tell me what you don't like, there are a ton of affiliate links and stuff down below. You can take those. I put links for this knife. Those links down below help me make a little bit of money when you guys buy a knife. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. I did put a sponsored ad in there. I have a couple sponsors, Coffee Bear Coffee, Temple Trail, that have discounts built into their links. Speaking of discounts, I have a coupon code that will work for you at Beyond EDC, saves you 40% there. 10% at Rosecraft Blades, 10% at Fair & Forge Knife Works, and now 10% at KATSU Knives. It's Crazy Sharp, all one word, all lowercase. I've got a public Discord. It says down below, it says join the community, join that, hang out, have some fun. I also have got a membership down below. It has a private Discord. I do exclusive content. I do giveaways, premium tier knife sharpening tutorial series that I did. So guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.